picks up a surfboard, heads out from the seashore, from the world where she lives. She's got no fears or worries at all right there, just the smell of salt water that's in the air, and the sunrise. She's walking on water. She's walking on water.
FlHi Girls Surfing and Sports is proudly brought to you by the North Shore Surf Girls Surf School. Remember to keep our reef safe by using Reef Safe sunscreen.
Great morning when you wake up to finals day and see that there's still some really good surf out there. Big day, finals day for our quarterfinalists for the men and women, filling up those spots in the WSL Final 5 and also provisionally qualifying our surfers for the Olympic Games. That's a lot to take on. Bowling up, Tyler once again pulls in. What a great spot to sit inside the tube. Steph Gilmore goes down to Caroline Marks, and congratulations to Caitlin Simmers. We will see you at the Rip Curl WSL Finals.
Paulina Fierro tucks into a barrel and goes complete there, the Tahitian wild card.
2024 Olympics, yeah, it should be good.
Great job for Leonardo Fioravanti taking out Kali Voss. Jack Robinson does get the win, and that means good news for Joao Chianca.
Here he goes. Tucks in right off the takeoff. Second section for Medina. Threads through there. Little stalling. Third section.
So incredible. Really, truly incredible. He took off in the barrel.
Setting up a big section. Katie Simmers with her head down comes flying out. 9.23. How about that? Caroline Marks takes out the season finale, and Jack Robinson is officially the champion of the Shiseido Tahiti Pro, presented by Outer Known, and we will see you at the Rip Curl WSL Finals.
Woo! Thank you. Yeah, stoked. The waves got really tricky. We had like a front. Me and Luke were looking at it, going, "Oh, I wonder what this is gonna do to the wind," you know. Yeah, it got kind of weird, and I just found that one little barrel, and then I had to go to turns on my second last wave. I had like a 0.5 with like 3 minutes left, and I was like, all right, I gotta get this out of my score line. But wow, yeah, this is like a dream event to win, so I'm super pumped. Yeah, it was super cool. Yeah, it was awesome. She had a really, really good heat before, and I knew it was going to be a really tough battle, and she's had such a stellar year, and she has that rookie energy, you know, like no pressure, and it's just really cool. She got a really cool support crew around her, so it's really fun to have her on tour, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more heats together. So that was awesome. All-American final was really fun. Yeah, he's super grateful for him to be in my corner. I think he made the final out here with Andy, I think. So yeah, it's really special to have all of his knowledge. Yeah, are we gonna get? No, we're good. Thanks so much. Thanks to my family, my friends, sponsors. I freaking love you guys. It's been such a rad year, and more work to do at Lowers. Woo!
Okay, I'm from Uruguay, South America. I moved to New York during the dictatorship over there, and we ran away from the country. And then I started surfing, and I couldn't handle New York, so I said I'm going to Hawaii, and I just came to paint surfboards. That's what I wanted to do. That was my dream. At first here in Hawaii was tough, just to be able to paint surfboards. But one night I met Mark Fu at the Pink Cadillac, and I did a caricature of him, and he said, I want it. And I told Mark, well, if you introduce me to Glen Minami, I'll give it to you. And he took me to Glen Minami that was on at the VIP area at the Cadillac, and next week I was painting surfboards. And so first dream totally accomplished. After that, I became the art director, and I started developing, so I wanted to develop a new way to paint surfboards. So that's when I came out with Posca markers. I found the Posca markers in a Japanese store in Ala Moana Shopping Center, and it pretty much changed the whole way the surfboards are painted. That was in '87. Everybody says that started in California, but in California it was like 1993 when they started painting boards with Posca, and we started here in Hawaii in '87. I do a lot of images with girls. First, because there's the aesthetics. It's like there's a certain beauty to it. But also, it's because like when I was a kid, it's like it was hard to find a girl in the water, and sometimes they got bullied. It's like so now it's so much better. You're like in the water and see all these girls, and they're like, it's friendly. You're talking, you're having a conversation where you're waiting for waves, and it just changed everything for better. So I like to paint women on board, and I like to pay tribute to them. Because some of them are amazing. I mean, I have some images here they paint of Leah Dawson that it's like one of my favorite surfers because she does everything with power and style. Sheila Mercado right here, and on this board here, it's she's a young girl and she's doing like amazing things and so stylish that I want to paint her. I want to paint them. So it's that's the real reason why I'm doing that. And besides, I surf, so it's I have to be there.
FlHi Girls Surfing and Sports is brought to you by biodegradable, marine-friendly, Safe Sea sunscreen. Safe Sea is 50 SPF and dermatologist tested. There's nothing better. It also has sting prevention, certified by Friends of the Sea. Safe Sea.
What? Try before you buy. Should've tried before you buy.
There's a better way. Get to Surf and Sea in Haleiwa. We've adapted to the changing times, and we're Hawaii's ocean sports headquarters. Boards, SUPs, diving equipment, and more, where you really can try before you buy. We're on the beach. Why aren't you?
Hawaii now has an option for taking care of your brain. The Brain Train Hawaii is in Haleiwa. Neurofeedback is great for concussions, insomnia, depression, anxiety, migraines, learning disabilities, and much, much more. Be the best you can be with Brain Train Hawaii.
Aloha, I'm Erica Lemkel, principal broker and owner of Seaside Realty, one of the only female-owned brokerages here in Hawaii. We're proud to support FlHi Girls Surfing and Sports. Seaside Realty is here to assist with your buying, selling, and property management needs on Oahu. Come see us in historic Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.
I'm so happy. I really wanted to win this event. It's such a prestigious surf spot, and I didn't have the best heat ever, but I'm so glad that I got the score at the dying minutes, and I'm really happy. Yeah, totally. We've had a lot of matchups, a lot of close matchups, pretty much every time we surf against each other. It's really close. But yeah, she's a great competitor and a great person, so it was cool to share the lineup with her. It was really nerve-wracking just because like I kept falling because it was way more bumpy out there than I thought it would be. Like the conditions just change like every 30 minutes. But it was meant to be. I got the wave and at the right time, and things like this just like happen when they're meant to be, so I'm glad it worked out.
Aloha, I'm Erica Lemkel, principal broker and owner of Seaside Realty, one of the only female-owned brokerages here in Hawaii. We're proud to support FlHi Girls surfing and sports. Seaside Realty is here to assist with your buying, selling, and property management needs on Oahu. Come see us in historic Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.
What? Try before you buy. Should've tried before you buy.
There's a better way. Get to Surf and Sea in Haleiwa. We've adapted to the changing times, and we're Hawaii's ocean sports headquarters. Boards, SUPs, diving equipment, and more, where you really can try before you buy. We're on the beach. Why aren't you?
About 100,000 animals such as dolphins, turtles, and whales die every year due to plastic bags. Many animals eat plastic bags, mistaking them for food. Protect your beach. Bag it right. A reminder from the Surfrider Foundation.
I think that really is what the book ended up being about. And I started it because I felt somewhat isolated and picked on as a woman in the lineup, which I hadn't felt as a kid when I had surfed with a gang of boys my age in my own neighborhood. But moving back after living in New York as an older woman and trying to regain my skills at my same old break, I just felt picked on and kind of shouldered aside and harassed sometimes. And I wanted to know if other women felt the same way. So I interviewed 30 women, as you know, women and girls of all ages and abilities. And each one of them, from an 11-year-old to Carissa Moore, felt the same way. Maybe it's just because it's our culture. Because as Carol Phillips pointed out today, there are many enlightened men, always have been, like the boys who folded me into their boy gang and taught me to surf. You know, people who really love the ocean. We're in Ohana. And that's what the book is ultimately about, loving the ocean, loving ourselves. It begins with what I discovered researching the book was that women surfed as equals with men, and sometimes they're betters in pre-Western Hawaii. So Queen Ka'ahumanu surfed with her partner, King Kamehameha, and Kelea, the chiefess of Maui, was kidnapped for her surfing ability and eventually found the right guy after she escaped the man who kidnapped her. She shacked up with the king of Waikiki, and they were in bliss. And he fell in love with her because of her surfing. So how could it be then that even though surfing in the 20th century became a booming trend because of Gidget, the story of a young girl surfing at Malibu, who's got a lot of pluck in a guy gang, you know, how did it happen that suddenly there were 4 times as many men as women out surfing on average around the world, and all the money was going into men's competitive surfing, all the sponsorships were going to men? How did that happen? And how did it happen that, you know, from a free girlhood in the waves, I suddenly felt excluded? So the book looks at the mid-20th century when surfing became commodified because Gidget ironically made it so popular. The music of the Beach Boys, you know, extremely sexist, Jan and Dean, 2 girls for every guy, right? And we were all on the beach. There were never women pictured surfing in surf magazines throughout the 60s and into the 70s. They might be a cover girl, but they're never surfing. And then I looked at the history of competitive women surfing, how women started speaking up in the late 70s in Hawaii and in California, forming their own professional surf leagues until that was amalgamated by men, taken over by the ISA. At which point, women weren't getting any prize money at first, no money to travel, no sponsorships, but gradually fought their way back towards parity of pay, which was only installed in 2019. And finally, women are surfing again, having competitions at spots that were kept off limits in traditional competition like Pipeline and Sunset Beach.
This is like the best time I've ever had at Pipe, because it's like me, Bethany, Kiala, and Bianca, and it's just us out there. And like the entire time I'm like screaming for them, they're screaming for me. It's like we're all like on a natural high right now. We're so stoked. This is like, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so happy. I think that this is like the coolest thing ever. Like, no one's ever seen girls charging Pipe like this before. This is like historic. Like, the girls have never charged this hard, and we're just all sending it. We're all pushing each other, and we're all supporting each other. This can't get any better than this right now.
I think women have shown that when given the opportunity to even participate and surf at the same venues, they can quickly do any stunt the men can do. I mean, having been banned from Pipeline for so long, both recreationally and in competition, it took them a while to adjust to finally being able to surf Pipeline under the, you know, auspices of the patriarchal World Surf League in 2022, when you girls have been doing it all along. It's the first book about women's inclusive surfing, recreational, historical, and professional and competitive. That's been actually written by a woman surfer. And because it includes the stories of so many girls and women, 30 interviewed for the book alone, and 20 or 30 that I covered in my reporting for the Star Advertiser during, covering sports competitions, surfing competitions. I think they should read it because it taps so deeply into the origins of surfing in Hawaiian culture and shows how Hawaiian culture, along with women's power in the waves, can be appropriated and taken over like other countries and towns claiming that they're really the epicenter of surfing. And this just reinforces what we know. This is the home of surfing, and we are the closest to, its mana and to all the progenitors, sea creatures that pass through here every year. We're the Pico of surfing. We should be proud, and that's what the book celebrates.
Aloha, I'm Erica Lemkel, principal broker and owner of Seaside Realty, one of the only female-owned brokerages here in Hawaii. We're proud to support FlHi Girls surfing and sports. Seaside Realty is here to assist with your buying, selling, and property management needs on Oahu. Come see us in historic Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.
What? Try before you buy. Shoulda tried before you buy.
There's a better way. Get to Surf and Sea in Haleiwa. We've adapted to the changing times, and we're Hawaii's ocean sports headquarters. Boards, SUPs, diving equipment, and more, where you really can try before you buy. We're on the beach. Why aren't you?
Hawaii now has an option for taking care of your brain. The Brain Train Hawaii is in Haleiwa. Neurofeedback is great for concussions, insomnia, depression, anxiety, migraines, learning disabilities, and much, much more. Be the best you can be with Brain Train Hawaii.
Aloha, I'm Erica Lemkel, principal broker and owner of Seaside Realty, one of the only female-owned brokerages here in Hawaii. We're proud to support FlHi Girls surfing and sports. Seaside Realty is here to assist with your buying, selling, and property management needs on Oahu. Come see us in historic Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.